welcome back to the Cooking Comedian. Today we're going to be making zucchini lasagna. This is going to be my first time like taking multiple videos and kind of putting them together, since you don't want me to sit here and talk to you while the thing bakes in the oven. So what we're going to first start out with we always start out with Cooking with Elena, is a drink. So I am going to make a blueberry seltzer and vodka. Hold the vodka. Yeah, I'm not as fun today. But, you know, somebody had said I should wear like cuter outfits, so I did try to, you know, dress it up a little bit today. Anyway, there are going to be multiple shots and angles in this video, so keep watching. The first thing we're going to do though, the last time I made zucchini lasagna, it came out a little wet. I've been told that if I slice the zucchini first and then I salt it and lay it out on paper towels and let it kind of dry out, that it will not happen again. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slice the zucchini, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna prep some of the other vegetables, and then we'll come back after it's been sitting and drying out. So I've got my simple slicer today. It's basically a mandolin. Pampered Chef, awesome product, love it. It's got a holder so you don't actually lose your fingers, which is cool. And this is what I'm gonna use to slice my zucchini in my big mixing bowl. There's 3 different slice styles here. I'm gonna go with middle of the road. I don't want it too thick. You can see it adjusts the blade when that's 3, 2, 1, well, it's closed. But yeah, we'll do it 2. Okay, so I've already washed my zucchini and just gonna cut the ends off. And actually I just do this with my hand because it is long. Don't try this at home. Well, do try it at home. I'll use the holder in a sec. Woo! Like when I try to cut my fingernails off, like that. Just use this part. Should be stabbing in there. See, this is why I shouldn't be doing live videos. Oh. Anyway. This is terrible. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Okay, I don't know how many zucchini noodles I'm gonna need. Okay, so I almost lost a finger there. We're gonna try that again. I'm gonna improvise because obviously this doesn't go in like this. I mean, it goes in like this, but we're not doing this right now. We're doing this. So none of this, just this. So I'm gonna try for my second zucchini. These are like the biggest freaking zucchinis I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know. There was kind of a theme in my shopping this week. I also bought a sweet potato. I don't think I can cut it or eat it. Not sure what to do with this. I literally bought it just for the picture. Okay, enough about that. All right, so I'm gonna do this again. Simple slice. And actually, I don't think I'm gonna slice more than this second one. Okay, so Pampered Chef also has this thing, which I have to look up what it's called. I've had it for probably 20 years, but it makes a good handle as long as you don't shove it all the way down. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Okay, this isn't working either. You're just gonna have to slide it until your fingers fall off, which is not good. This is a terrible part of the video. But I swear if I start bleeding, that won't be part of the video. Okay, so I'm pushing and I'm pulling. Push and pull. More pulling than you're pushing, because that's usually more. Okay. Not gonna use these parts of the zucchini. So I've got a bunch of noodles in here. Look at that, like, that's like a perfect slice. Like, that's a good size noodle. I'm gonna find the edge. And, oh, here it is. That's the other one I was looking for. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna lay these out on paper towel and get the water out. But while I've got you here, and we're still prepping, we're done with our simple slice. I also have this new gadget that I haven't really tried, but I'm not gonna cut my fingers on this one. This one's called like a easy slice. I have all these things that, you know, work like a knife, but it's all like cool gadgety things. So, all right. How many mushrooms can you cut at one time, huh? I'm just telling you right now, I'm a fun guy. Sorry, dad jokes. They come easy. I don't know how this works. See, this is why you shouldn't do live videos or cooking videos. Look at that! Look at that! Look at all those mushroom slices. Yes! Okay, that worked pretty well. I actually liked that. I have also used an egg slicer in the past, and I usually use an egg slicer, but that's one at a time. This sucker's like, yeah. I heard it works really good for bell peppers and also fresh mozzarella, because all the blades are here, but I don't know if you can tell. See if they're like angled, so they fit right down into this crevice. It's not just like you need to use it on this part, because if you don't, it won't cut like when you, it's not going to do anything. All right, my mushrooms are cut. Why am I cutting mushrooms? Because I'm going to make a meat sauce, and I like a lot of vegetables. I'm a chunky girl who likes chunky sauces, so I'm going to use mushrooms in my sauce. All right, so we got our mushrooms. Let me switch. All right. I'm also going to be using onion and garlic in my sauce. My absolute favorite kitchen utensil ever is the chopper. I got one of these when I was married, actually, and it was really helpful to me because it helped take out a lot of my frustrations, and you'll see why in a sec. So I'm going to take a large onion, yellow sweet onion, and I'm going to chop it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So much more fun than using a knife. Okay, my recommendation, don't put the round side blade up. Put the cut side blade up, and you'll be better, I think. Oh, yeah. That's better. Oh, there's a lot of onion. All right, well, I'm going to do 3/4 of an onion. Oh, yes. Listen, if you're trying to impress somebody with your chopping skills and, you know, perfection, this is, oh, that's a nice boob shot. Sorry, that wasn't purposeful. But, you know, when you get to, okay. So, anyway, chopper, this dishwasher safe. There we go. All done. I'll rinse all this, all good. All right, and then the last thing that we're gonna use in our sauce, which I know, I'm not Italian. I don't make a real sauce. I am a home cook. I don't try to be a chef. I just want something that's easy peasy and not very expensive, because I'm just cooking for myself. Unless one of you wants to comment on my videos, then, you know, come over. Anyway, garlic press, best thing ever. You can put unpeeled garlic in here and it will peel it for you. But I actually have fresh garlic. I don't know if you can see how much I have. Like, there is never enough garlic. Garlic. Ah, the garlic. So I'm just gonna mince this. This is all gonna go into my sauce, but I'm gonna let this sit here while I salt the zucchini noodles. I'm not gonna bore you with laying them out on the paper towel and actually salting them. I'll take a picture though and add it to the video so you can see what it looks like. All right, oh man, I got garlic going for days, I love it. Okay, garlic press comes with this little thing. I use very technical terms like thing and whatchamacallits and, you know, the chopper and a lot of hand signals. There are certain hand signals that are not universal. Learned that at a conference, in a conference room one time when the speaker was not speaking loud enough into the microphone. And I stood in the back of the room going, yeah, I guess that's not universal for talk louder into the microphone. Oops. All right, I'm gonna turn you off, but don't worry, I'll turn you back on in a few minutes. I'm gonna go salt the zucchini. Laying out the zucchini noodles to sweat it out like they got a bad cold. All right, I salted both sides. I got 2 layers. I think that's gonna be plenty. And while we wait for these to sweat it out, I'm actually gonna nibble on some zucchini. See you back in a few. Hey, I'm back. All right, I forgot we gotta make our sauce. So we can let the zucchini sweat. As you can tell, it is sweating. It's getting a little moist. It's a little moist. I'm thinking this is gonna help actually at the end. So I'm really glad I got this tip. And you just got the tip too. Sorry, it's just the tip. All right, anyway. I've got my pan here. I am trying to be healthy. I know you don't get like this from eating like healthy all the time, but I'm trying not to stay like this, okay? So, I'm gonna use a little olive oil in the pan. We're gonna saute up some onions, garlic, and mushrooms. And then we're gonna add some ground chicken. I know, meat sauce of ground chicken. But trust me, you'll like it. So we're just gonna use a little bit of olive oil. I do not have a preference in olive oil. Probably should, but I'm not Italian, so I don't care. Whatever's on sale. BOGO, Publix, you know how I do. Cleaned out my kitchen last weekend and gave away all of my stainless steel pans except for this one. I gave away all my stainless steel utensils too. So, I gotta make sure this oil is good so that things don't stick. And I have I actually do have the burner on full. See? Another video, I forgot to put it on all the way. That's fun. All right. All right, we will start with the onions. I like these flexible cutting boards because I can just pick them up. Now listen, I feel like if you're gonna use jarred sauce, you can't just pour out like jarred sauce in a pan and call it like marinara or spaghetti sauce or whatever. You have to do something to it. My mom always called it doctoring. My mom did not cook. Thankfully my stepdad did. I mean, obviously somebody did in the family. But I really didn't learn how to cook from him either. I kind of have been self-taught. A lot of tasting in between. All right. Oh, that smells so good. I understand why Glade doesn't make candles that smell like garlic, but I really think they should because, I don't know. A pot of like sauce coming into the house to me smells better than chocolate chip cookies. I'm more of a savory than a sweet. So, just in case you wanted to know that. All right, that's getting nice and warm. I'm gonna throw in my garlic. Now, if you've got kids and you wanna fake them out and add some more vegetables, this is how I've always done my sauces. I always add veggies to the sauce. Although my daughter was a pretty good veggie eater, my ex-husband was not. So there was always onions and garlic, even sometimes some spinach, stuff thrown into the sauce to kind of hide it. Broccoli is also known as little trees. In case your kids don't eat broccoli, just tell them it's little trees. That didn't work for my daughter. She was a little too smart, but she had a friend's brother who that worked for, which I don't know why. All right, I'm gonna throw in my mushrooms. These mushrooms are kind of big, but you're gonna see in a little bit when I add the chicken in that they're gonna get kind of chopped up with my chopper. So stay tuned. I'm gonna let these saute a little bit. And all right. So we got some really good sauteing going on. Sorry, let me move this out of the way. Oh gosh, it smells so good in here. All right. So it's time to add our meat. I'm using ground chicken breast. You can use regular ground chicken. Chicken breast is definitely the healthier option. It's the less fat option, but when you're talking lasagna, you don't usually talk healthy. But I don't know. I flavor it up so much that it doesn't bother me that it's, you know, chicken breast versus regular just ground chicken. All right, so the trick that I have found, I really need to learn how to say this word because I do this in every video. I think I should have my video sponsored by Lynn Parents Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire? Anyway, Lynn Parents. Lynn Parents is gonna give this a beefier, fuller flavor. So while I'm cooking chicken, sprinkle a little Lynn Parents Worcestershire sauce in there. And this has faked out many a people throughout my life. Now I will say, ground turkey is also a good option. And if you have somebody that you are trying to fake out, ground turkey gets more brown than ground chicken. So if you are trying to fake them out, the chicken stays kind of white, try to trick them with the ground turkey first. They really won't notice the difference as long as you've beefed it up a little bit with some Worcestershire sauce. I've also used, depending on what I'm cooking, but I've also used a little beef broth to cook the turkey in and then kind of drained it a little bit. And that kind of beefed it up. But I found that throughout the years, the Worcestershire is definitely the best option. So it's really the only seasoning I'm gonna do to my meat right now. Oh, it smells so good. But then after this is all sauteed up, I'll show you what we do with the sauce. All right, so we're back. I've got my chicken all sauteed. Oh, the steam. All right, so unlike beef, you gotta make sure your cooked chicken is cooked through. Your friend Eli may come for dinner, but E. coli ain't no friend at all. So you don't want to poison yourself or others, especially if you have a family of 4 and 1 bathroom. Trust me. All right, so my chicken is all nice and cooked. I've still got my temperature on high. I also have my oven preheating on 350, just as a side note. Okay, so I use whatever sauce is usually on sale, and if it says garlic on it, I usually go for it. So, roasted garlic. Just gonna pour that right in there. I've actually not tried this sauce, so I don't know how much flavor I'm gonna need to add. But we'll find out in a minute. What do I add to my jarred sauce of choice? Usually some Italian herb seasoning, garlic salt, sometimes even Parmesan shake cheese. All right, let's mix this baby up. I'll get out my tasting spoon so that if I end up sending any of this to the neighbors, they know I didn't like lick everything. I did not drain the chicken. There really wasn't too much juice, and the juice that's in there is really more just from the onions and the garlic, because the chicken breast doesn't produce much fat because there's not much fat to begin with. All right, let me see what I gotta add. Oh, Barillo's pretty good. A little on the sweet side. Definitely some Italian herb seasoning, which is oregano, marjoram, savory thyme. Oh, savory. Savory's I don't know. Thyme, basil, rosemary, and sage. Okay. It didn't say parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Okay, if you're old enough to get that, you're way older than me. I'm gonna say about a teaspoon. We'll just measure it because people like measurements, maybe. we're not gonna measure because I can't get the lid off. All right, so it's not coming out super fast because of the steam. I'll hold up the pan so you can see before I mix it in. Oh, it's bubbly. Bubbly and delicious. So it's about that much. All right, and as long as you use the right size of the garlic salt, maybe about a half teaspoon. Maybe that was more like a 2 teaspoons. I don't know. All right. All right, let's check this out. All right, smells good. I just like slopped sauce everywhere. All right, another spoon. I'm gonna turn down the heat a little bit. My mom said I should never do this on camera. It's not an attractive look. It's a little flat. I'm gonna do a little bit more, add some oregano too. I'm just gonna add some plain oregano. I should have fresh oregano. I know I should have fresh herbs. A little bit more Italian seasoning. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of the garlic salt. Actually, I have a garlic salt grinder. I don't know, it's probably like a home goods purchase or something. It doesn't grind very fast or very well. Probably why I was at Home Goods. There's no adjustableness on the grinder. So really I'm just doing this for show because nothing's really coming out. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna make another, gosh, I'm like slopping stuff. I'm gonna make another admission. I do not have a lasagna pan. I know, I don't even have like a really deep baking dish. So I'm kind of going to fake my way. I didn't want to make this in a 9x13 because I don't need that much food. So we're gonna make it in an oval baker. This is about the deepest thing I've got. It's a Pampered Chef oval baker. I haven't used it very much, but we're gonna fake our way with this one. It's either that or like a loaf pan, and no. All right, so we're gonna let this simmer. I'm gonna turn it down to low. I'll try it one more time. And then I'm gonna mix my ricotta cheese. I know I said that wrong too. Yes, this might not be attractive, but it's also not attractive after you burn your mouth or the roof of your mouth. And you make face it like, that's not attractive either. Okay, that's good. Spot on. All right, so I don't really want to put a lid on this. I don't want it to get soupier, but all right, it's on low. So I guess I'll work here. All right, so the next thing that we've got is ricotta cheese. Now I know, healthy, it's fat-free. You really don't taste the difference, trust me. I'm gonna use the entire container. So, don't try that, it doesn't work. Whoops. Okay, just needs a little air in it. There we go. Okay, that's gonna be probably too much cheese. All right, we won't use the whole container. We'll see how that looks. And oh God, I don't know. I might be making this in a 9x13. 9x13. No. Okay, it's Sunday. I'm not supposed to have to make decisions on Sundays. All right, so I'm gonna take my ricotta cheese, probably about half of that container. I like to make it look a little pretty, so don't unscrew the parsley, just flip the cap. I add a little parsley. And just a little bit of garlic salt. Not much. We've already got a lot of flavor in the sauce. We're gonna use this to layer. Just gonna mix it up. Okay, so let me turn you back to here. All right, so our zucchini has been sweating. I mean, literally, it's sweaty, like it's wet. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna take my pan, I'm gonna layer my very first, I've actually put some olive oil Pam. After this pan gets seasoned a little bit, I don't need to do that as much, but this pan is not seasoned. I have not used it. This is, you wouldn't do this with zucchini. You wouldn't do this with lasagna noodles. You would find a decent pan, but this is what we got and this is what we're using. So dang it, go with it, okay? So you're just gonna fit your zucchini noodle or your zucchini in there however it's gonna fit. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna do meat first. Just do this. Okay. I forgot this is such a heavy pan. I'm just gonna put my meat in here. I'm gonna do 2 layers. See how I do there. Oh, I'm not even doing this on camera for you guys. Okay, so I've got my zucchini noodles in there. I've got my layer of meat. Do one more scoop. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Do half of the ricotta. I may end up having to make more ricotta. I think I will. I might end up using that whole container. Yeah, I'm going to. There's nothing better than cheese. Cheese. Yeah. So. All right, almost done with that layer. Okay, so now we're gonna take some more noodles. I love calling these noodles. They're not noodles, it's just pieces of zucchini. Oh God, this is like, I'm so glad I did this. I'm so thankful for the tip of letting your zucchini sweat it out. All right, so we're gonna work on our second layer. This is our last layer, actually. We're gonna do the same thing. Meat and cheese. All right. The sauce smells amazing. It tastes so good. I really didn't have to do too much to it. I know, tomato sauce is super easy to make. Italian gravy, I know. I just was in a pinch and, you know, I'm trying to make stuff at home that's easy, affordable, and recreatable. And this is definitely recreatable. And it is going to be bubbly. I'm going to be putting like something, I think, underneath my pan there, because I have a feeling it's going to be bubbling over. All right, I'm just mixing up a little bit more of that ricotta. So I did use the whole container. I don't know why I was, skimping on the cheese. You never skimp on the cheese. Especially when it's like fat-free, come on. If you're gonna splurge, maybe use a little less cheese, but I mean, you're already cooking with zucchini instead of noodles. How good can you be? All right. Oh, this is looking so good. I can't wait to eat it. I'm gonna have enough left over for, a whole week. I'm gonna see, maybe I'll freeze it and see what it does. Okay. All right, so that's pretty good. I think I got it all. My dad would not be happy with me right now. It is not trowed completely flat. When I was in high school and I got in trouble in school, or got caught skipping or whatever, I was a good child, but we all have our moments. He would take me out and use me as day laborer, finishing concrete. So, not what a 16-year-old girl wants to do, but I'm much better with a straight edge and a bowl float and a come along than I am with a trowel that's not flat. All right, so then I'm also gonna use my reduced fat Publix cheese, mozzarella, and we're gonna top this off. I'm probably gonna use the whole bag, maybe not, because I think it's gonna boil over. Let's see. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I know you've got to be really excited too, especially since you're watching a video about cooking and you're not eating. It's kind of like fishing. Like, I like to fish, but I like to catch better. Catching is definitely more fun than just fishing. I am not going to put this all the way to the edge because I'm already like looking at like gonna leaky sauce. All right, so I use the whole bag of mozzarella. I got an Italian blend of cheese. I will tell you, I kind of mixed two together. It was Italian blend and Parmesan, so it's probably primarily Parm. But just gonna put it over the top. Not much, just we're gonna serve it with this on top as well. All right. So I'm gonna put this in the oven at 350 and I'm gonna bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on what it looks like. I am concerned about boil over because I am using the wrong kind of pan, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna go put it in the oven and I'll be back with the finished product. Yeah, get yourself a drink. Hold on for me. Hey there. So I just took it out of the oven. And since this is the most important part, I feel like I need to go like front and center. I was really glad I put the pan underneath to catch the drippings because it did leak a little bit, but not awful. Actually, I should put that back on my... All right. What you've all been waiting for. Zucchini lasagna. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty darn good. We'll see. I would suggest serving this with a nice Caesar salad on the side and maybe some crusty garlic rolls or bread. I don't have any, so all you're getting is the zucchini lasagna. All right. So, like I had said before, I had been told that you wanted to let the zucchini sweat it out so that it wouldn't be so wet. So, actually, maybe I'll use this guy. Yeah, this guy will work. All right. Oh, all right. It's definitely still a little juicy. Oh, I don't even know how to serve this. It's so much better in a square pan. All right. Hopefully this works. Ah, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, so. All right, I lost a little bit there, but you get the gist. Oh, this looks so good. Let me show you. So nice and toasty brown on the top. You know I'm gonna be eating a much bigger piece than this. Okay. I have to take a bite while you guys are watching. Probably don't need a knife. Nope, zucchini's cutting pretty easy. I did let this rest for about 5, maybe 8 minutes, because I did want it to kind of solidify a little bit. Oh yeah. So even though it is still a little juicy, I think it's more from the sauce and the ricotta than it is from the zucchini. This is much crisper and much more flavorful than my first one that I made because it's not watered down. So I would suggest you definitely make this at home. Most things I say don't try at home. But this one you definitely need to make. So thanks so much for watching. I am gonna let you go and I'm gonna go eat my food. I definitely have some leftovers. So if you're in the area, holla at your girl. Anyway, it's nice to see you, Elena, the cooking comedian. See you soon.